Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Fowler. They are able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. They want to run this quarterback. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
He's going for it all. Makes the catch on the right side. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, no! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Stokes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Makes the grab down the middle. At midfield, he's got room. Into the secondary on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Lopez wants to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rousseau. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
On the ground, it's Pringle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over ULM. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And guys, USC has gets the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Grab near the marker. It's Fowler. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams.
He'll take a shot. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you... Football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the 1st half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the middle. Just way off target and missed it.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Lopez to pass. He fires to the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. It's Rousseau. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Here's a heat. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game. Right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the move, it's Pringle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job. All right, defense, it ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, he leads it with the bat.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lopez wants to fire. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. At the 20, he's got space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Seconds of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
One more snap coming before halftime. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to it. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The offense changing the play. Lopez to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. It's Rousseau. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Using his legs, it's King. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Find space on the right. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys just such an easy place to recruit. When you've got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throws to the wideout. This one's complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the crow route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And if you're the quarterback, you might not stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Backs against the wall. He'll let it fly again. Right on target this time. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the 4th. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's King. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, it's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver, but whatever.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. Quarterback on the keeper. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here. Nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to...
Snags it down the right side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Lopez wants to fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Noles will line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Rushes on him. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. And their vision of that play. Someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in down the sideline. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Might be changing the route. Off play action on 1st down. Right on the money. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes. A nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, and get some good yards after the catch.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Lopez to pass. Looking down the middle. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's a passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Off play action. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making side adjustments here. Lopez wants to fire. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Kick is in the air. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Blasted as he lets it go. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Just when you think you have this offense pinned down, they come up with a play like that, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, USC. They move on top here on the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.